Hello and good morning. Welcome to Leave with Love the channel. So in this is a spiritual channel. I come on here all the time and I do return ascenders. I talk about the return ascenders and they're burning through. They're okay. They're okay. The entire purpose of the return ascender is to return the energy back to whoever put it out there. That's all a return ascender is for. Spiritual things. I talk about spiritual things all the time. That's just the way I am. I want people to see things. I want you to see it. I want you to understand. When you walk in a room and you can feel the vibes, when the place is dirty, that's evil energy and you can't be in that place. You can't stay there for too long. You gotta get up out of there. Don't go to that person's house. If they got a dirty house, don't go to their house. I know that's your friend and don't go to their house. They have a lot of energies they need to clean. Dirt, how do you say, evil energy likes dirt and they sit in dirt, and that's why people that are a little fucked up, their house is filthy, it's dirty, it's nasty. That's how you know your house is dirty. It's like, oh, that's that energy, and you don't want to be around that kind of energy. I talk about karma. I talk about things. I raise my children, to know karma. Like, don't treat people bad. Don't do things to people because you think you're gonna get over on them. Like, nah, karma's gonna come, and and you're gonna have to pay for what you just did to somebody else. Instances happen. Like when you tell a person things, then they're gonna see life differently, and they know what karma is, and they know what not to do. Like, oh, I'm not gonna do that because I don't want that karma. I don't want that coming back on my life. Like, I want to have a good life. I want to have a good future. And it's the same as a relationship. You can't get yourself in a relationship if you're in a relationship, because the same way you get the person, it's the same way you lose the person. So it's like you have to be single. Whoever you're with has to be single too, because you don't want to end up with a curse, with some kind of jinx or whatever. And it's karma. Like, the same way you get them is the same way you lose them. If you're sitting there and you're taking somebody's husband, somebody's gonna take him from you. The same way you got him, it's the same way you lose him. That's why when you get in a relationship, you both have to be single, and you cannot have baggage. You can't have baggage attached, because the same way you get the person is the same way you lose the person. So you both have to be single, and you both have to be ready. You both have to want the same things. It's like you can't be on two different levels. It's never gonna work. It's never gonna work. But I teach my kids that, and I raise them, and sometimes they're young. They're young, they bump their heads a lot of fucking times, and I get mad and I get upset, and I'll be like, oh my God, but they don't want me. They don't want me to come in the middle. They be like, you know what? I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna handle it. Don't do nothing. Yeah, they don't want me to come through, and I'm just like, I could come through, right? I could. No, stay. No, I got it. I can handle it. Oh, you better fucking handle it then. But it's whatever. It's like, a single mother, you have to be the man and you have to be the mom too. Like, I love the kids, and I have to defend the kids and be there for the kids, and I have to show them, like, you don't let nobody play with you. Know yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. When you love yourself, nobody can fucking play with you. You don't let nobody play with you, because they're gonna see that you're weak, and they're gonna see you don't love yourself, and they're gonna see that they can get in your head, and they're gonna get in your head, and they're gonna fucking take over and make your life a living hell. So you need to love yourself. I taught that to the kids. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love your hair. Love your nose. Love everything about yourself. It don't matter what it is. Love yourself, you know. And it's hard, you know. They said it's hard. It's hard to love myself. I'm like, it's not hard. Because if you don't love yourself, somebody's going to come into your life and they're going to ruin your entire life. And I was like, you have to love yourself enough to walk away from a situation. Be like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I love myself too much and I'm not doing this. And you leave. And you leave and you're all right with leaving. Why? Because you love yourself. When you don't love yourself, you're going to sit there and you're going to put up with situations and you're going to put up with people's shit. It's because you don't love yourself, you know, and loving yourself is such a big deal. It's a big deal, you know, and I try to teach the kids that. My kids, they're 20, 21. But I try to teach that because it's like, you know, I'm not going to be taking care of you and you're not going to be living with me and you 25, 35 years old and you still up at my house. Like, no, you're going to get the fuck up out. You're going to get your shit together and you're going to get out of here. You know, but you're going to learn some shit first. You know, I'm going to teach you. You know, and loving yourself is a big deal. You know, don't attach yourself to negative energy. Whoever you choose to be with, that's the person you attach yourself to. If that person is fucked up and they got traumas and they got shit with them, you don't want to be attached to somebody like that. Like, you need to be with somebody that is healed, somebody that is not going through things and they always got problems and they always need help. And it's like, oh my, and then you're gonna have to be there to support them. And like, nah, like, no, you love yourself. Love yourself. And when you decide to pick a partner, pick a person that this is who I'm gonna be with, make sure that that person is healed too. Like, they don't have a whole bunch of shit with them, you know. Make sure that they are okay mentally, you know, because a lot of people fucked up and they're gonna hide it, and then they're gonna start treating you fucked up. Why? Because they're fucked up and they don't love themselves. So it's like, you know, loving yourself is a big deal. I'm just talking about it because, you know, I go through things and it's because I love myself, but you know, other people, they go through things and it's because they don't love themselves. And it's like, God is going to put situations in your face so that you can love yourself. It's going to make you cry, going to make you upset, going to make you feel all kind of ways because you need to love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, you're going to keep going through the same cycle. You're going to repeat the fucking cycle. And you need to love yourself and be like, you know what? I'm out. I'm not doing this. You know, you take care though. You know, I wish you well, but I gotta go. You know, love yourself enough to walk away. You know, it's not fucked up to leave. You know, when you leave a situation, that's because you love yourself enough to be like, you know what, I'm not doing that to myself. I love myself, and I'm not gonna put myself in a fucked up situation and be fucked up for 20 fucking no. I'm not doing that, you know. And I guess like the kids is like, I just try to teach the kids because growing up you go through so many things, and a lot of things you go through is because you don't love yourself, and then you put yourself in messed up situations because you don't love yourself. So I always try to teach them to love yourself. You love yourself. You take care of yourself. Whenever you go anywhere, you always make sure you look good. You take care of yourself. You like to do your hair. You like to wear your makeup. You like to smell good. Like, yeah, then you do all that shit. All that you like to do, you do it. Because nobody's going to make you feel good. You have to love yourself, and you make yourself feel good. And when you make yourself feel good, then you'll find somebody else that you won't even find them. They'll just appear out of fucking nowhere. You're like, oh my God, like, you're being really fucking nice. Like, this is out of the blue. But then they're gonna, you know, it's just gonna happen when you're least expecting it. And then you're gonna be able to appreciate somebody just being good to you because you know what it is to be treated fucked up. Like, you know what it is not to love yourself and to be in a fucked up situation. You're not treated right and people don't care about you. They don't do things for you, you know? And then it's like, you'll see a difference once you start loving yourself. God, when you love yourself, God will, a person will just appear there, like out of nowhere. They're like, how the fuck? And you know, out of nowhere, and then they'll just be there, and they can be everything for you. But then you have to recognize that person. You have to be like, okay, you have to not be fucked up, not let like all the traumas from the past have you all fucked up, and then you miss out because you still stuck on the past. It's like, nah, cut that off. Like, get out of here. I'm out. I'm gone. I gotta go. I wish you well, though. Wish you well. Good luck. Good luck with all that you got going on. Good luck with that. I gotta go. And then something new is gonna appear into your life, and then you have to be able to recognize it. A lot of times we don't recognize it, and then you end up, I don't know, you end up with nothing, you know. And then you feel like you want to go backwards, and then it's like you go backwards, then it's going to be the same hot mess. It's never going to change. It's always going to get worse. So it's like, you know, be alone. Be alone. And then you have to trust someone enough to be like, okay, maybe I'll try this again. But then you got to trust. You have to be able to trust the person, because these people ain't shit. They ain't shit out here. And I'm like, oh my God. I try though. I try, but once I see things going a kind of way, I gotta go. I'm sorry, gotta go. You know, but I teach the kids that love yourself. Don't put up with people's shit. You know, and if you're gonna sit up there and you're gonna put up with somebody's shit, you need to know when is your limit, because you're not made in this world to suffer, to be fucked up. You're not supposed to be crying. You're not supposed to be upset. You're not supposed to be angry. That is not love. That person does not love you if you're crying, if you're upset and you're sad and you're hurt. That person does not love you. You know, you need to love yourself enough to be like, you know what? I'm not doing this to myself. I don't want to be in this situation anymore. And you leave. I love myself, and I'm not gonna do this to myself anymore. I am out. And you be out, and it's okay. It's okay to be by yourself. It's okay. You know, you can be happy by yourself, and it's okay. You know, when a person comes into your life, it has to be a good person. They have to, it's like you'll just know when someone is not good vibes and they're not good for you. You're gonna know. And then if you decide to stay with someone that's not good for you, things are always gonna be bad. You're gonna cry, you're gonna be upset, you're gonna be mad. You know, if it gets physical, then you know that is a sign you're not supposed to be with this person. Whatever, I'm just talking because I'm just glad for when you love yourself and you can go out and you can enjoy the night, you can enjoy the day, you can enjoy the people, and you're not feeling fucked up because of who you with got you all fucked up and sad. And you know, you can actually go out and live your life like a teenager and enjoy yourself, you know, because when I was a teenager, I was always outside. Like, I was never home. I was always outside. I was always into something. So then it's like when you see your child and they're a teen or whatever, and they're going through things and bad relationships and things, it's like damn. And then when you finally see they getting out of that and they're happy and they're going out and they're doing things, like, you're happy for them. You're happy for them to break away from the toxicity. And all they got to do is just love themselves. Like, just love yourself. That's all you got to do is love yourself. Everything is going to be all right once you love yourself. Once you put all that love, you got all that love. Put all that love. About to put all that love into yourself, you know, and then everything is just gonna be different. Your whole mentality is gonna change, you know. Love yourself. New York City, I am so sorry. So I guess this video, I'm gonna call it Love Yourself. So stay positive, vibe high, and you know, it's life, it's lessons. We have to grow, we have to heal, we have to evolve, and we have to figure this shit out, you know. And loving yourself is a big deal. It's a big deal. Always lead with love. Bye.